morning, everybody. Friday morning, and I'm about 11 miles from my customer, the Lowe's store in Bixby, Oklahoma. I've been driving about 2.5 hours. Left out about 4:15 this morning there from Atoka, Oklahoma. And the past hour or so, it's been raining pretty hard. As you can see, a little bit still. Sun's coming up. I'm hoping this rain might stop. That still would be nice while I'm getting unloaded. Most of this load looks like it really wouldn't matter much if it does get wet, but I don't know, if it's raining when I get to the store, they may want me to pull up under the contractor awning area out front, or they just may unload it, because some of this stuff gets set outside anyway. I don't know, we'll see. But man, has there been a lightning storm going on. Quite a lightning show. I was going to try to film some of it, but I thought, it'd be so far in the distance that the camera really wouldn't show it that well. Woo, there's the sun. So we came up 75 and just took the exit there for 67 East. That's what we're on now, about a mile or two back. And then we take this over for about 5 more miles, and then we're going to turn left on South Memorial Drive, which is, we got to drive a few miles on that road, and that's the road that the Lowe's store is on. So that's what's happening. Interesting look at the sky there. That's about the only gap in the clouds right there. Alright guys, I'll show you some when I get to the store. Alright guys, so I'm about to turn into the Lowe's store here. My directions were very good, easy access. They're not all like this, as you saw a couple of weeks ago in one of my videos. This one has the easy turn in. And the check-in office, the receiving office, is going to be up there on the corner of the building. They don't even have the gates open in the rear of the store yet, so I'm just gonna pull up here and kind of get out of the way, start taking some straps off. They probably aren't even accepting any paperwork yet. It says they open at 7, so I'll get back to you. All right, folks. So I've gotten most of my straps off, and I've checked in. They've got 3 or 4 trucks here, and here comes a 5th one pulling through there. The forklift guy just told me he wants me to pull on down, but now I can't because this guy's in the way. So he wants me to pull on down to the overhead doors, and then this gray truck over here that's tarped is supposed to pull behind me. So I don't know where this one coming through here is going to go. He's told him to back up out of the way, I guess. So, all right, so pretty organized store, seems like. They checked me in real quick, had a couple of loaders come out and look at the loads to kind of see what they've got to work with. Communicated with us. So that's good. I respect that. Some places just sit in there and leave you out here not knowing what to do. So I'm hoping while he's unloading me, I can get in there and shop a little bit. I got a couple of things I need to get while I'm here. But I think what they want me to do is once I get up here and untarp or pull up, and they're going to start unloading from the back, you know, the section that's not tarped. And then, you know, I can take the tarp off there at the last second, because there is rain on the way. I mean, it's lightly raining now, but there's more rain coming. All right, so that all worked out. Looks like they got 2 loads of pine bark or mulch, something like that. I'm the only truck, looks like it's from a DC. So, whoo, there went some lightning you might could have seen. I tell you, there's been an enormous amount of lightning. So I think he wants me to park here near this door. That's usually what happens, is they'll unload. They'll leave some of it stacked out here by the building and take some of it inside. So I'm gonna pull up enough so that people coming around the corner can see me. And then he can get on both sides of the trailer. All right. I'll try to show you some unload if I can. Okay, folks, so they're unloading me. Just giving you a shot of the end of the store. This is a nice store. Had a easy way to get in and plenty of room. Easy out. I appreciate that. So this is Jack, my unloader. He said he's actually the lumber department supervisor, but he's helping unload. All right, so there he goes. Uh-oh, that's got a busted bag. So he's got the back end unloaded. You know, I had a bunch of straps on this load, probably 10 4-inch straps and 3 2-inch straps. But that driver back there behind me, he came and helped me roll up my big tarp, and he says he's hauling drywall. I forget the name of the company he said he's with, but he lives close to Fletcher, Oklahoma, so he does a dedicated run out of Fletcher, Oklahoma, where he gets home every night, then gets a preload, delivers it, goes back home, gets a preload. Usually, he said he does occasionally get a live load, but just back and forth from the Fletcher drywall plant. So he'll have this done pretty fast. So I'm gonna run in here. I gotta buy a couple things and probably deadhead to Fort Smith. All right, folks. Well, I pulled around to the side of the building here and went back to see if that other driver that had helped me with my tarp needed some help, but he said he appreciated it, but they wanted to wait a few minutes because, you know, he's carrying drywall, and they were hoping that the next rainstorm was going to pass by, and then they wanted to unload him. So he's just kind of waiting and keeping the tarps on for now. So I just got a deadhead. Been sitting here about 15 minutes. And I just got a deadhead to Fort Smith. So that's about a 2.5 hour drive. And checking my clock, I've only got 8 hours and 50 minutes of work time, drive time, total time left on my weekly 70-hour clock. So that should be enough time for me to go to Fort Smith, get a load, and get home today. So that's the plan. Well, I just wanted to turn the camera on, folks, and let you have a beautiful view from my office window. It hadn't been that pretty all morning. In fact, it was dark and rainy most of the morning, but I guess we're on the edge of the storm now, and it looks a lot better. So I called my fleet manager, Paul, to check on a couple of things. First, I wanted to make sure that they had my request to be off next weekend in the system properly. And I'll tell you, for you new drivers, you know, when you're requesting time off, there's a form on the tablet where you go in and you put your request in, and they send you a message later on whether it's been approved or not. But I suggest strongly that after all of that, you go in or call your fleet manager at some point and have him check it on his end and make sure it is accurate to what you expect to happen. Because I've talked to guys that got messed up because, you know, what got entered into the system wasn't what they were wanting to happen, which can really mess up your plans. So next week, I'm supposed to get home on Thursday and then come back out to work on Tuesday morning. I got some things to do. Got a little work on one of my wife's cars to do. Going up to the lake where I keep my pontoon boat and do all my beginning of the season work with that. Get the boat cleaned up, get the gear lube changed, probably change the spark plugs on the motor, make sure the boat's ready to go, doesn't have flat tires and all that stuff. And because my son and his family may be using it the week after that, Memorial Day weekend. We're not planning to, but and then after that, I've got to get some more time scheduled. I'll probably take a weekend off in June, July, and August. At least one weekend, you know, long weekend for lake trips. That's just, that's kind of what we do. All right, I was just showing you that pretty view of the sky.